ball injured here. 3v3 Argus Desert Gate. Blue team Baxter 456 is an Eldar Warlock melee commander with great mobility and disruption, can also tank damage pretty well and has some offensive spells. Alongside Metal Commander is a Chaos Sorcerer, offensive and disruptive commander, lots of great manipulation and control abilities. Starts off in melee combat. And rounding off the blue team, some more Eldar. This is Lesten with an Eldar Farseer, support commander that fights in melee combat, lots of great buffs with some debuffs and control too. Red team, a whole bunch of Astartes. We have BrownBear 827 as a Grey Knight Brother Captain, a very green one. Durable commander that walks through cover and cannot be suppressed. Very good offense and support fights in melee combat. Alongside him are two Force commanders. We have LEMAN RUSS in capital letters with stars and stuff, and PunishTheNoob as a, oh look at this, Legion of the Damned. These are offensive commanders, fight in melee combat, can also tank, disrupt and support with buffs. PunishTheNoob is on that west lane, that lonely west lane, up against a Warlock. We have Sorcerer and the other Force commander mid. Sorcerer is now pushing towards the east. Is he? No, he's coming back mid. Strike squad on the field for BrownBear. Always very interested to see what kind of build order a Grey Knight player chooses to use in 3v3s. There are some Banshees running in, going straight after the Brother Captain, and he can really suffer against Banshees in first engagement, especially since he's used his VR the Hammer bot. The Strike Squad helping him out there with some specials, who in turn get specials from the Farseer. Farseer might go down. There's VR the Hammer, buffing speed and damage resistance, and Guide was on those Dire Avengers as you saw there. And he wins the engagement, BrownBear, but now he has some chaos to fight. Where is his ally? LEMAN RUSS. He's getting in a garrison, getting back out. That's a big blob of heretics. That was nasty. Strike Squad lucky to get away, but the Brother Captain not so lucky. That was a waste of a Doom Blaster. Did not need to use that. Stormtroopers just about getting away. Oh, we're going to see instant revive here from the Force Commander. Don't think it's quite going to level him, but I think we are going to see the revive. There we are. Can they get away though? There's a special attack. Brother Captain instantly retreats. Force Commander needs to run away. He might lose this guy. Force melee combat with those CSM dude. No, he missed the opportunity. And the Force Commander does get away. I was pretty lucky there. 1-to-1 cap. What's going on west side? Warlock pushing, but he's forced off. His double Dire Avengers still in play though, and they can melt scouts pretty quickly. In fact, he has triple Dire Avengers all blobbed up here, having a chat about Eldar stuff while they cap. They're going to get some bolters in their backs right now though. 491. 469 Devastators on the field, so Rangers, he might have seen the Devastators already, or maybe not. He's getting some Rangers anyway. Double cap for the red team. Dire Avengers trying to get close for a grenade, but that was a little bit sloppy there from Baxter. Should have split the forces a bit more and tried to get that grenade off, but, or maybe not. Was it worth it trying to get that grenade off? Maybe he should have just backed off, waited for the Warlock and the Eldar to reinforce their lines, and maybe keep hold of this power and try and disrupt the Space Marines who are going to set up here. 452, 469. Strike Squad putting out that very, very reasonable range damage they have, piercing from those bolters in tier 1. He's backing away here. What's he doing? I don't know. He's waiting, just waiting for stuff. He has interceptors on the field. Brother Captain comes and revives the Force Commander over here, which doesn't quite level him. He's so close to leveling. Here are the interceptors, teleporting infantry with that instantaneous jump. Incredibly effective if used well. Durable, decent DPS, and they have a lot of options in tier 2 with grenades and a pretty beastly squad leader as well. 435, 469, there's the jump from the Assault Marines. Banshees, I think, are just going to get overwhelmed here with a Force Commander, Brother Captain, Interceptors and Assault Marines. They're going to need to be so careful. This Farseer is going to need to work on keeping them alive. Maybe Fortune and Spirit Stones or something. She's got neither at the moment. 435, 459. Metal Commander is a bit slow in supporting. He has some Raptors. Those guys might struggle against what red team have over here. We do have the Chainsword for the Force Commander and Alacrity, which I am quite surprised at, with double melee heretics I assumed he'd just wait for the Thunderhammer in tier 2, especially with those Banshees around, but I suppose the brother captain can feel that anti-melee row really, really well with his hammer or his halberd. 4-3-5, 4-3-6 is very even in VPs, but it's a 2-1 for blue. Red team are decapping the east side though, and the west side seems to be pretty even, as it often is in tier 1. We do have double rangers up and Banshees. Wow, look at this tier 1 from Baxter. What is he up to? Triple Dire Avengers, double Banshees, and double Rangers I should say, and Banshees, and I assume these ADs are going to get an aspect at some point. And he has 2 Dire Avenger aspects. That frag grenade is well dodged. Is he going to throw some of his grenades or what? Maybe he might be waiting for a favourable retreat, and he completely wasted his grenades in fact. 4-3-5, 4-30. There was no need to throw both of them there. Devastator is now coming into play. Are they going to get away? Those Dire Avengers, they do get away. Rangers need to push up slightly and take shots at these Devastators. I get the feeling Baxter's struggling with the amount of units he has to manage them, where Rangers are finally moving up. 4-3-5, 4-30. What's going on east side? Some Rangers for Lesten who are capping. He has some Shuriken Cannon as well, this Guardian weapon team. More Tactical Marines for Leman Russ. Force Commander with Armor of Alacrity, and tier 2 for BrownBear, the first player to go. Some pretty interesting tier 1s we've seen. Some Assault Marines now for Punish. That was a Destructor, and Tactical Marines getting away with 1 model there. And Devastators need to be very careful. He must know that he has double Rangers. Boom, there goes 1 model. Need to reset up. And they can't get close enough to those Rangers. Grenade. Dodged easily. There's a webway gate which is going to be spotted by these scout sergeants, and it's going to go down immediately. That's just a waste from Baxter. That's feeding XP. There's the Assault Marine jump. This is actually Leman Russ supporting the west side. Punish does have his own Assault Marines moving up. Grenade is dodged. Struggled to make his grenades work, Baxter, and he's just retreating out. I think that's more that he was just kind of caught by surprise there by Leman Russ. Could have just backed the Rangers away perhaps. Keeping stuff in the field is important. 4-3-5, 3-8-8. There's that furious intervention jump from the Interceptor. Just so satisfying to use. Instant jump with disruption because they have their Justicar, who apparently does look slightly different. Does he have a different sword? I don't know. Someone commented that he does look different after I said they look identical. But I can't see the difference here, guys. Someone tell me. 4-3-5, 3-7-1. 2-1 cap. That generator's going down. There's 2 players pushing here, but here is Metal Commander to support. Tier 2 now for Baxter. Very, very late going tier 2, but Leman Russ and Punish are floating. Blood Crusher on the way for Metal Commander. That thing is not going to last very long, I don't think. We have loads of Marines, Devastators, and double Assault Marines. We'll see though. There's a jump on the Devastators. These might be dead Devastators. Might be. Here comes a whole bunch of Heretics. In fact, down go those Devastators. PunishTheNoob, not moving them out. A grenade goes off. Doom blasts go off. And wow, look at the power of the Heretics just rushing down those Marines there. And it did the job. It was sloppy, but it did the job. 4-3-5, 3-3-8. Heretics are not really about being precise a lot of the time. Howling Banshees getting schooled there by Interceptors alongside the brother captain, who has his Nemesis Demon Hammer. This is a 100 DPS melee weapon. Banshee's going down to range fire, and it has that awesome Demolishing Strike. What an awesome name. Has Mantle of Terror as well, which is just nasty. Canticle of Absolution, boosting energy regen, so it supports those Interceptors and those Assault Marines of course, and it also prevents ability usage, so really screwing over the Chaos and Eldar play up here, because Heretics are basically rubbish if they can't use their abilities. They can't use their Doom Blast or their Worship or their Grenade Launcher Barrage. Are not doing a whole lot for you. There's a double Aspiring Champions as well. 433, 320. Chaos Space Marines with Marco Zinch forced off. They don't have their aspiring champion though. You have some Flamer Marines. Nothing else for BrownBear. He's floating a lot of wreck. He spent a lot kitting out his brother captain with the teleporter, Mantle of Terror, and the Demon Hammer. That's not a cheap loadout. The Demon Hammer is 50 power alone. I think the teleport is 40, and Mantle of Terror I think is 25. 414, 320. Assault Marines are going to be wiped by the Howling Banshees. There we go. The Banshees at top didn't do that well. Lesten has replaced them though. Here they are. And he's kitting them out already with aspects and stuff. Kicking off here big time. Webway Gate is a Warlock Webway Gate, so he can use the health regeneration thing on it. Blood Crusher going after some tactical Marines. Gets a special attack. Meanwhile, Raptors are having a fight with Scouts in melee combat, are they? Or are they fighting something else? No, they are fighting the Scouts there. I thought they were fighting these Marines. That's the Warlock fighting the Marines, getting a sink kill there. Down goes the Webway Gate, and that's a grenade. Lucky Rangers, they were actually knocked off the grenade location by a special attack from the Force Commander there. And they have to retreat the heck out. Hectic engagement, Blood Crusher. Chasing down some Marines, actually doing really well here for Metal Commander. There's me playing it down, saying it wasn't going to do very well. But they have it. Really good choice from Metal Commander. Look at this. Level 2 Brother Captain. We have Strat Squad with a Psy Cannon. Look at this though. Wraith Lord for Lesten. Really awesome melee walker. Can get a shoulder mounted ranged weapon which doesn't affect its melee effectiveness. Doesn't do quite as much damage in melee combat though as Dreadnoughts, which is the trade-off. I think it does 85 heavy melee DPS instead of 100, which is still very, very good, but not quite as awesome as a melee Dreadnought. 346, 320, especially since I think the Mark of Khorne and the Grey Knight Dreadnought and the Venerable all do over 100 heavy melee DPS. Here's that Grey Knight Dreadnought. He's got the default multi-melter, which will of course be a Hurricane Bolter in the upcoming update. That's going to be amazing to see. I assume that thing's going to suppress, but I'm not sure how it's going to work. This Wraith Lord might go down here, being chased by that multi-melter. Wow. Awesome weapon, this thing. Really is so dangerous to anything at close range. Really good chasing weapon, as you saw there. 346, 293. Grenade, really nice grenade on those CSM which didn't dodge. These double heretics have done really well. Where's the Brother Captain with his Demon Hammer? He's back at base. Pretty hectic engagement again. Banshees coming in to mop things up, using their washout which suppresses. Didn't suppress the Force Commander for some reason. Maybe he was out of range. There's that Furious Intervention note. Forces off the Banshees right quick. Blood Crusher being very brave, going after the Dreadnought. As you saw there, the Dreadnought able to shoot its multi-melter while it was in melee combat, which sometimes happens, which makes it really effective in melee combat sometimes. I've noticed that the Carnifex can do the same thing with the Venom Cannon. He can sometimes fire it while he's taking a melee swing. And it lives. Wow, it lives. Was that the Doombringer putting Doom on it as well? Yeah. And it still lived. Howling Banshees just floating in and out of combat at will with their fleet. Dire Avengers also have it. Allows them to choose their engagements very, very well. Lascannon getting shots, but there's no vehicles over here now, is there? No, Blood Crusher and the... what's just exploded? Oh, it's Demolishing Strike. The Blood Crusher and the Wraith Lord both going down. There's the Hell Fury from the Brother Captain's global bar, a global he shares with the Inquisitor. Scouts capping. Now they need to back the hell off, because those are double heretics trying to dodge a potential grenade, but the Scouts run away anyway. Baxter rebuilding his power, and he's lost two of his Dire Avenger squads. He had that really strange tier 1 build. Fire Prism is up though. Really good fire support for Eldar, can disrupt and do heavy damage to a single target, but it only has 500 hit points, so stuff like Lascannon tanks can really hunt this thing down. Especially with rear armor hits, it can go down very quickly to stuff like that. And look at this. Melter Gun Raptor. It's actually a really cool little unit if they survive to tier 3. They're still level 1. What are they doing? Are they still in melee stance? There we go, turn around and shoot. Fire Prism coming in with that big dispersed shot, disrupting a bunch of stuff there. It does disrupt allied units. I'm not sure if it damages them, I don't think it does. But that Dreadnought is done for. 54 red for whoever did that. I think it was baxter. 287 195. Plasma Cannon on the way for Leman Russ, who has double late game devastators, as I'm sure you saw earlier. Has a las cannon and advanced targeting heavy bolter. Whirlwind on the way for Punish. Lesten struggling to preserve his units so far. Lost the Banshees, lost the Wraith Lord, replaced the Banshees, but now he's in tier 3, so he can start thinking about Fire Prisms and fun stuff like that. Oh, we're going to see Terminators from BrownBear. He's going tier 3, he's got tons and tons of wreck, but no power to rebuild. Marcozine CSM pouring that Inferno damage onto the Interceptors, and there is the Coruscating Flame. But he put it on the wrong squad. And look at that. That was the Psych Out Grenades, which is supposed to suppress targets, but it didn't seem to suppress those Raptors there. Maybe that fix hasn't gone in yet. 242 195. Here are some Dark Reapers late game from Lesten. These guys also doing Inferno damage, slightly longer range than Marcozine CSM, but not as durable, and they also can suppress on demand with pinning fire, but we need to purchase the aspect for that. 231 195. The damage to the Warlock gets shotgun blast back. He's going to lose him here. That was sloppy. That was really sloppy. Fire Prism. Look at the range that thing has. 65 range, I think. That's outrageous. You do have a missile launcher tactical marine squad, but if he's paying attention, they will never be able to fire their missile launcher, let alone kill the thing, because he's got double ranges to disrupt with kinetic pulse as well. Middle, Brother Captain's on capping duty, levels up to 4. Still with that loadout. Still with the chainsword is the Force Commander, not something you usually see him carrying into late game. Usually you'll see him get a melee weapon or maybe go for his Terminator armor. Look at this Force Commander, no war gear whatsoever. Whirlwind on the field. Artillery piece, very very good disruption over a large area from long range, but not the most reliable disruption. Can be incredibly annoying to fight against though. Also gets a hunter killer missile, which can shoot at large targets, which opens up the possibility for double whirlwind play, not being quite so vulnerable to tanks and stuff in tier 3, but it's still pretty vulnerable. But the hunter killer does give it that extra bit of punch to alongside your marines. You can deal with tier 3 tanks if they come out a bit too early. 195 195 is really evened up. There's the Ethereal Slash Warlock back on his feet and going absolutely ballistic. Has the Providence. Needs to be charged up by taking damage, and I guess it didn't charge up quickly enough. 195 195 steal with the 1-to-1. Sorcerer has Sigil of the Rift. We might see him get the Subjugation, Tome of Subjugation if Terminators make an appearance. Maybe even if they don't. Look at this engagement now. That Dreadnought weighing into combat, getting shots off with the Molten Melter. That was a Psych Out Grenade thrown in, draining energy off those guys, but it definitely didn't suppress them there. I might be wrong about that. Maybe it does. Maybe it's not meant to suppress. Maybe it just drains energy. But I'm pretty sure it does. Dreadnought taking tons of damage from the Bright Lance. They really do pump out some anti-vehicle DPS. Look at this thing. Down it goes. I'm not sure why it wasn't moving it. Was it snared by something? 181 195. Brother Captain fighting a whole bunch of stuff. Double Heretics and a Farseer, and he's not going to get away. No, he's not. 175 195. Whirlwind getting shots in. But here come some Raptors with their melters, and there's the melter bomb, and that's a dead Whirlwind. Boom. There's a Land Raider Crusader. Dropped in onto the field by BrownBear, but he lost his Dreadnought. And that Whirlwind, which was Punish's, wasn't it, has gone down. 162 195. Single cap for red team. Warlock is still down over here. 2 gens up for both players. Surely BrownBear should be purchasing generators. There's an Eldritch Storm. Was that from Baxter? It might have been. Really powerful tool to use against Land Raiders. And there's a Imperial Abyss, and this is going to be a waste, I think, because it's not going to destroy the Land Raider, and it did very little else. He has brought the health down a lot. It does 200 heavy melee DPS, I think, in that central circle. It might have actually finished that off if that Land Raider didn't move, but it did. 157, 178. Assault Marines jumping to help those Marines escape, but now they're getting swarmed by heretics. What are they doing? Trying to go after the Web Brigade, which does go down. He's going to lose them though, isn't he? Yeah. Wow, these double heretics are doing so well for Metal Commander. Level 3 and level 3, they are mopping stuff up here. 157, 164. Really did not give them a chance with that Brother Captain and these guys teleporting into disrupting stuff. Didn't actually have their Justicar there, so they didn't disrupt. Plasma Cannon on the field now for LEMAN RUSS. What is he doing facing his own VP? This is overly defensive play by LEMAN RUSS. He should have these guys up here on this east side, surely. Really should have them up there. And this thing needs repairs. It's getting repairs from Stormtroopers and Scouts. Strat Squad up against a million things trying to shoot, and down goes PunishTheNoob Sports Commander, who got a bit overeager trying to support over here. The players, remember, can't see what we can see. They can't see all of this stuff here. But you do need to be cautious when you're trying to find out what's going on. I like these Chaos Raptors, level 3, doing well. Power's being built on here by Red Team. Why is it not building generators here? Chaos Predator for PunishTheNoob. Land Raider Phobos on the field though for Metal Commander. Is he pushing down the west with it? Looks like he is. What's he doing? Oh, he's going to shoot these guys up. He's going to wipe them out if Punish is not careful. This is... yeah, there we go. That's a misplay. Sorcerer wasn't knocked back. Oh, that wasn't a special attack. I thought it was a special attack. He's actually just put up his canticles. So another Sorcerer can't use any abilities. What would he have used? Not much anyway. 157, 116. I don't think I've seen that guy shoot out his Doom Bolts in this entire game. Have I? I don't remember seeing it. There's an orbital. Ouch, and that catches those Dark Creepers and those Marco Zinch guys. Doesn't quite finish them off, but that was nasty. Land Raider Crusader. Hurricane Bolters on the side sponsors those things. Suppress from long range, also has a twin-linked assault cannon and a multi-melter on top. Also allows you to reinforce and regenerates your energy, which is something that Redeemer does not do. Interceptors teleporting in. Look at this, they are just happy to fight the Banshees here. Well, they are forced off in the end. 134, 116. That's a time field into an Eldritch. Nice play from Lesten. Is this going to be the end of this Land Raider? It's now going to be hard stunned for a long time. And those are Melter Gun Raptors. Not getting rear arm hits, there's a Melter Bomb. But this is surely done for. Down it goes. Phobos coming across to finish it off. 132, 116 is still very close. Really nice evenly matched game. Raptors jumping. They lose their suppression on jump when they have their melter guns, which is unfortunate for them. They really are focused into hunting vehicles when they get this thing. Down go the Plasma Cannon Devastators. What were they doing so far up here? Maybe they were disrupted by something, I'm not sure. But that was bad for Red Team. Land Raider Crusader was perhaps way too far forward, but down it goes nonetheless. And here comes Punish to support with a las cannon, with double scouts and a Predator tank. A Predator tank that is close to going down. There is nothing to finish it off though. It's being repaired as well. I'm not sure what these guys are trying to do. They're going to get an orbital in the face. Really? You use an orbital on double Rangers and Dire Avengers? Seriously now. That is a massive waste of 500 red. 132, 107. Phobos is going to finish off the Predator tank with a rear armor hit. Goodbye. Losses all over the place. Baxter has an Avatar of Cain on the way. There is the Demolishing Strike. So much fun. And those Banshees run the hell away. Level 3 Banshees that are doing well. These Raptors level 4. Fantastic job by them. Those double Heretics are still around. Look at these guys. Metal Commander really has done a fantastic job preserving his stuff. I think he only lost the Blood Crusher, didn't he? He's played really well. 132, 85. Supported both sides well. Force Commander Terminator for LEMAN RUSS goes down. He has the Heavy Flamer, as you see there, trying to burn some Eldar. Didn't quite work out for him. D cannon up there from Lesten. That's cannon. Wow, getting shots on the Phobos, and this thing can go down very, very quickly with 2,000 hit points being so big and so slow. It does have double Heretics to repair though. There's an Abyss right on those Paladins who instantly teleport away. These guys are heavy melee with those Nemesis Demon Hammers. They also give you a health regeneration aura, which they are actually going to lose in the next update, and they're instead going to get an ability or two. We'll see how that pans out. There's the Crack Grenade, which now sticks to targets, but it can still move. 132, 60. Interceptors have done well, level 3. Paladins tanking a bunch of stuff, and they take the VP, but here comes an Avatar. And that was what? They'd already moved. Why did he still do that? 127, 60. I guess he just wasn't looking. Baxter has a D cannon covering mid. This stage in the game on Argus, usually you don't see a lot of action on the west side. They're pretty much, you might see some ninja capping as we're going to see here, but it's usually all mid and all east now. What is this guy doing? What is he doing? Is he going to get away? Just about. He can retreat, that guy. 119, 60. This Avatar is going to do a fantastic job leading the line. There's a Wailing Doom. The cooldown is actually pretty short for that, I think. I mean, that wasn't a minute, was it? 119, 53. Might only be 30 seconds. There's some demon armor, the demon shield from the Chaos Sorcerer, putting that up. There's an orbital though, the third one I think we've seen, and that is nasty. Heretics trying to get inside the Land Raider to escape it, but the CSM and the Raptors do not escape it. Boom! And if they weren't leveled, that probably would have wiped them. Land Raider Phobos in trouble. That's kind of getting shots. One more shot and it's down, I think. Bang, and there's a Land Raider Redeemer as well. Phobos goes down. 119, 32. He instantly replaces the Phobos, does he? No. What's he going to do? He's going for the Grey and Clean one. Awesome. Look at this. Force Commander Terminators switched to the Lightning Claws. These things, I think they do actually 80 DPS, not 70 for the Force Commander. They actually do more damage than they do for Chaos and Loyalist Terminators, since it's only one model, I suppose. 119, 16. Redeemer leading the lines with the Frag Assault, but he's getting way too close to triple D cannons, and they will put some damage on that guy. There's a Singularity. Why did he use that for? Just let them shoot. Just about lives. 65 hit points. Needs some repairs badly right now. I hear an orbital again on those D cannons. Now, is that shield going to prevent damage? It did. Wow. An energy shield saves you from an orbital bombardment somehow. 109, 16. Sorcerer's level 6. These double heretics continue to just roll across the map, killing stuff. Got to push this, surely. Nope, he's going back east. Farseer runs away. Already Assyrian and Runes of Reaping. She really has not put any effort into supporting the Banshees with Fortune or anything, but they're level 3, they're doing well. Some more Dark Reapers, and these guys are level 3. Has an Autarch as well. Maybe get the fusion gun for her. Don't see that very often since it's tier 3, and it's awesome. 76, 16. Double cap. Force Commander Terminator turns to engage level 4 heretics with some support, and there's that demolishing strike. 66, 16, 2 on cap for red, but there is red's natural being capped by an Autarch and a Warlock. Great and clean one on the field. Fighting some interceptors which were strangely idle there, not fighting back, not sure what was going on there. Was that entangling? No, it wasn't. 65-14. Maybe they were stunned by the foul snare or something. Waning Doom knocks the Paladins off the cap. Now what are you going to do? You're in all sorts of trouble, Mr. Paladins. And there's the game. Double cap at the end there for blue team. Awesome, awesome stuff. He actually has double Paladins for some reason. You really should have got Terminators if he's up against an Avatar and stuff. Avatar did actually really well when he came out just at the right time. Well, there you have it. Awesome stuff. Metal Commander doing a fantastic job with his Raptors and his double Heretics. A usual good performance from Marcogene CSM, of course. Losses all over the place, not the highest level game, but a huge amount of fun and a decent level game, I think. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.